The giant could move with the speed of sound.
Despite his great size, 6 feet 10 inches, he's a natural athlete to name.
He set most of the game's scoring records, and his fighting spirit. Mykan's road to the top was hard. To him, greatness came only after years of confusion. Ball court, the change in Mikan was quickly noticeable. The big fella had confusing teams busy. The team began going places. Almost overnight, they became contenders. Mikan and his teammates were sensational. Big George's name was constant, but he was only one star among many. He'd come to the Lakers with a brilliant college record game, hurting the Lakers' teamwork. They racked up points, all right, but it was every out, and the coach laid down the law. Basketball is a team game.
I just shot my shot at this little dot. I'm trying to crit that neck on her big neck. My niggas selling crit.
What's up, YouTube? It's Jordan. I'm back in the video. Big body bang 20 video. Now, first things first, make sure you like, subscribe, roll the 5K. Wait, roll the 6K now. Saying today I am the build dealer on your local corner, and I'll come y'all with this George Mikan replica NBA 2K23 build video. Yes, sir. Y'all wanted to see some replica builds. Last week I did Kyle Korver. You know, I don't want to do the replica builds that have already been done a lot, you know, such as say Jokic, you know, such as Giannis. So I did Giannis though, but that's just because I had a Giannis build already. You know, I like LeBron, like all the ones that have already been done millions of times over. I don't really want to do. But I do want to do the more rare ones, such as this George Mikan build, because obviously people don't know that much about George Mikan. You know, man's literally played in the 50s, and I don't think many of us were alive, or at least many of y'all who watch my videos were alive to watch him play. But if you were, let me know. But without further ado, let's go right to the attributes I use for this George Mikan build video. So as you see, he's a center. I made him 6'10". You want to drop his weight down to 245 pounds, and you can keep his wingspan at 7'3" with a solid body shape. So this is the build settings from the height to the weight to the wingspan, all accurate according to 2K. You know, you need this if you want George Mikan as a replica. Now for the attributes, you want to put your close shot up to a 91. You want to put your driving layup up to a 78. We all know the Mikan drills. You know, George Mikan is literally popularized for that because he made the layup look so flawless. You see with the driving dunk, put it up to a 69. You want to put your standing dunk up to an 89, so you'll have big man contact dunks. And you want your post control up to a 91. Now for your shooting, this build is very useful in that it can shoot threes and mid-ranges. So you want a 84 mid-range shot and a 72 three-point rating. Yes, even though there was no three-point line, apparently George Mikan was bombing it, you feel me? Apparently he was jacking it. And you want a 75 free throw. Now for your playmaking, the one dude that I believe his name is Super J, he gonna get mad because his pass accuracy is very low. You want a 51 pass accuracy, 42 ball handling, and a 43 speed with ball. Then for your defense rebounding, you want to put your interior defense up to an 88. You want to put your perimeter defense up to a 40. Put your steal rating up to a 58. Put your block all the way up to an 87, which will give you silver anchor as a badge. And then this is the highlight of the build, is that your rebounding stats will obviously be maxed. Well, not 99, but maxed. So you have a 90 offensive and defense rebound. George Mikan pretty much averaged like 15 rebounds throughout his career. Now for your physicals, you're going to put your speed up to a 43. Put your acceleration up to a 49. Put your strength up to an 87 to give you gold brick wall. Put your vertical up to a 73. And then put your stamina up to a 97. And this is pretty much the build, man. So like, comment, and subscribe if you're new. This is the replica George Mikan build, you know, from the height to the weight to the wingspan. As always, I keep it as accurate as possible because this is literally given by 2K, so it has to be accurate as possible. Now for the takeovers, I would honestly go with a post scoring takeover and a glass cleaning takeover, but you see you have the sharpshooting takeover, you have the rim protecting takeover. So at the end of the day, it's up to you, but his best traits were his post shooting. You know, he had a lot of post hooks, post fadeaways, mid-range shots, you know, layups. You know, the Mikan drills obviously paid off for him. And you know, his rebounding, he literally could be on the glass at all times. He was like, not Wilt before Wilt, but he was rebounding very heavily. You know, he was one of the taller players for his time as well. 6'10", you know, strong in the post, all that. Now you see in the shades of, you already know that we're gonna get the replica George Mikan build, but you have Jack Sigma, Jonas Valanciunas, and DeAndre Ayton, and you see it is a replica with the name Mr. Basketball. That is a very hard name. Like, I would honestly just make this build for the name. And it's not even a bad build. Like, you can shoot mid-range threes, all that, while having a 91 post control, while having a great defense. Like, the only downside is you have a 43 speed, but let's be real. Like, with the center, you don't really need to be that fast. Obviously, it's a luxury to be that fast as a center in real life and in 2K. But, you know, regardless, like, it's a chill. It's a build that I could definitely see being a top 5 best replica build video, you know, because it definitely does feel like that type of build where it is useful. Now, oh, I forgot to talk about the badge spread. Okay, so you don't have any playmaking badges, right? I would recommend putting how many badges would you need? Putting all 4 toward playmaking just so you can get silver quick first step. It'll make your post moves a lot quicker. You know, I would recommend doing that, but if you don't care about quick first step, put your badge attributes toward maybe like defense. Really, yeah, defense. Or if you already have enough finishing badges, you already have enough defense badges, either finishing or defense, but I would put them toward playmaking just for that silver quick first step. But this build felt so good. Like, you see I'm shooting from the corner with a George Mikan build. By the way, I'm using PJ Tucker's jump shot. I love that jump shot so much, bro. But it feels so good. It's only 6'10", but it gets the job done. Like, you have great vertical, you have great blocking, you know, you have contact dunks, you have great post control, you have 3-point shot, you have mid-range shot, you have everything that you need on this build and then some. So this is one of the better replica builds. You know, obviously a lot of the replica builds are very, very bad and inaccurate, and I think we all know that, but a lot of them are actually pretty good. From my research, you know, especially the lesser known ones, they're pretty accurate, they're pretty good, they're pretty, you know, dynamic. Now, about George Mikan, obviously I don't have too much to say about him just because I didn't watch him play, but he definitely did revolutionize the game of basketball. You know, we still use the drill, Mikan drill, for a reason, because it really shows you the beauty in layups, and I think Kyrie goes to show for that. But let me know what you think down below about George Mikan. That's pretty much the end of the video, y'all. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe on the road to 6K. I'm saying, comment down below any builds that you want, and I'll eventually get to them. But until then, I'm out. Peace.